Hello and welcome to Unemployed to Unstoppable, episode 5. Transfer window is closed. We're started into the second season, so I'll bring you up to speed. And welcome back. So since you were last with us, we had the 1-1 draw with Soroksar. We went on a little bit of good form, so we won a game against Ajka away. Got Vitchin, Sabo and Kovacs getting the goals in a 3-2 victory. A bit shaky at the back, but not too bad. We then had a repeat of that scoreline, but this time at home against Niagaraza. So 3-2, so we had Lorenz, Kovacs and Kosonka with the goals. We then went on a bit of a losing run, so we got taken down 2-1 by ZTE away from home, and then we lost 1-0 at Guillemot, 1-0. We then managed to recover from that with 2 victories, so Mossam Mangirovar 2-0 with Kovacs and Horvath, and please don't ask me to say that again, and Kazakvar we managed to beat 5-0, which was an absolute thumping victory. Again, some terrific performances in that game. Kovacs, he really is the shining light of this team, and I think he's quite old as it is already, but what he brings to this team in terms of goal scoring is nothing short of phenomenal. So I'm really not sure how we're going to replace him when it comes to that time. In terms of the transfer window, it is shut now. We didn't really do any more dealings in terms of transfers in, but out the way we've got Nagy's gone out on loan. Vegetale we let go, as we talked about previously, to relieve the wage budget. And Botan Nandori, he did make the move to Reading. I think it was about £170,000, 40% sell-on clause. Oh, it's 190. So he's recouped us a fair bit of money, a fair bit of wage budget. What that means then really is we're quite stable now. £1,500 per week spare, 49,000 in the transfer kitty. So when we come to the January transfer window, we probably will be looking at getting a really top-class centre-half in if we can. In terms of the league table then, again we're not doing too bad. He says he can't find the league table. So 5th as it stands on 14 points, 8 games into the season, which really isn't too bad. I mean, we're looking to finish in the top half of the table. I genuinely think if the results fall right, we get some rub of the green, and then we can strengthen again in the transfer window. We could possibly push for one of them top 2 spots. I think top might be a bit too far away because ZTE looks really, really handy when we played them. In terms of today's episode then, we've got an away game at Gardiner in Hungarian third round of the Cup, and then a home game against Budafok. We've been a bit shot shy and goal shy in the last couple of episodes in terms of what you've seen on screen, so I'm hoping that they're going to bring out their A game today. The squad is looking good. We are playing really, really well. We just need to do it for the cameras, so stay tuned. I'll click us through and we'll see if we can put on a show. Welcome back. So for this cup game, we have made a bit of a slight change in formation. We're going to give Sabo an opportunity in the attacking midfield role. So we've taken one of the positions out of the centre mid, just pushed him slightly forward because we are expected to do all right in this game. So starting lineup is Gundel Takacs in goal, back 4 of Fabian, Vitchin, Lorenz and Simmert, a midfield 3 of Kern, Kosonka with Sabo leading them 3, and then the front 3 line of Satmari and Pinter either side of the spearhead Kovacs. So we'll get straight into the game and see what we can do. And off we go. So we skip the pre-match pleasantries, get straight into the football. And we're straight into an injury for Sabo. So we changed the shape of the team to get Sabo in there. And 4 minutes into the game, I mean, only in FM, isn't it? So we might have to just... Oh, we'll bring Nemeth on as a like for like. It's not ideal. Does it have any indication what the injury is? Potential lower leg injury. I mean, I'm hoping you fear for the worst, don't you? If this is a broken leg... well, there's no point having him, is there? But we'll address that after the game. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. So T-ball with a goal kick for them. Kovacs picks it up into Svatmari. He breaks down the side. Nemeth back to Svatmari, and he gets another goal. So good play down the left-hand side into Nemeth. He picks out the through ball. We'll just have a look at it here. Svatmari in that inside forward role, cuts it back to Nemeth, continues his run, picks it up and then slots a right foot finish into the far corner. So a terrific start, 7 minutes in, put that little bit of injury woes behind us and get the first goal of the game. Hopefully we can capitalise on that, get a few more, because I know recently we've been struggling to put on a show on camera with multiple draws. Kovacs into Lorenz. He gets a header, but it just goes over the bar. Not much in the way of chances as we build up towards the half-hour mark. Very few really for us. We'll throw out a bit of encouragement there. That went down like a lead balloon, but there we go. Play a bit for set pieces as we approach the half-hour mark. I mean, plenty of shots, plenty even on target. Satmari has a throw down the left. Back to Vitchin, Lorenz, switching around to the other side. Simmert, Pinter, Nemeth. He's tackled, it breaks back to Satmari. And a long ball up the top has given them an opportunity to forge some kind of counter. Put to the edge of the area, they couldn't quite get the shot away. Satmari gets it, Nemeth down the right, Pinter with a chance to break, a counter to the counter, so to speak. And the move fizzles out. Simmert with a throw down the right hand side into Nemeth. He slots it to Pinter, Satmari, and he slots it in the bottom left hand corner for his second of the game to put us 2-0 up. And I think we should hopefully be able to coast through the rest of the game. He was that throw into Nemeth, linking up well into Pinter, Satmari, and just a careful place to finish into the bottom left hand corner. Again, Satmari brought in to strengthen that left hand wing as an inside forward to bolster the number of goals we can get, and he's already paying dividends in terms of that as Takacs picks up the ball from the cross, and we look to build one final move before the half time whistle. Kasonka into Satmari again, space out on the left if anyone can see him. Continue goes down the right though to Lorenz, into Kern, easily our best player in the middle of the park. Nemeth, three midfielders linking well into Pinter, and he has a shot at the end of the move. It was a really good move. Unfortunately, the shot didn't match up to the build-up. Into the dressing room then. Really happy so far. Sabo is carrying an injury. Obviously, he's not in the pitch anymore. As we carry on, front three of the front four playing pretty well. Nemeth coming in with an opportunity, really, see if he can capitalise on that. As the ball breaks out, we pick it up again. It's one-way traffic, really. Satmari with a long shot just over the crossbar, grazing the roof of the net. He's on a hat-trick. I'm sure he's looking to get that. We won't look to sub him off anytime soon if we can help it. Simmert's been beat down the right, well, down our right, their left. Cross comes into the box. We get it clear. Satmari had a chance to break, but he couldn't hold on to it. In it goes again. And Pekowski sticks in a header to get a goal back. Could be a tense last 35 in this. Sombati into Balog. He chips it over to the back post. And that's a commanding header from Pekowski. What a great header that was. For them, obviously. Not ideal for us. As we come up to the hours mark. I mean, we're dominating in terms of stats. Kovacs. Oh, what a lovely free kick. I thought he was going to cross it, but again, we don't score unless Kovacs scores. Fine free kick into the top corner, beating the keeper to the near post. Really, he shouldn't be getting beaten there. Throw in right in the corner. Simmert, Kasonka. Kern manages to turn out. Fabian on the edge of the box into Satmari, and he completes the hat trick. So, just over an hour in, 4-1 up. I think that is the end of the result, really. Fabian takes a touch, just slots it inside. Satmari just puts it over the keeper. A lovely little finish. Just see if there's any cheeky little subs we can do just to save some legs. So Kern's played a lot of football. We'll bring on Ola and Kovacs. We might get Horvath some game time. And finally Pinter for Soreto. Just to see out the game, last 20 minutes, get some game time to some of the fringe players. Simmert looks like he's on his knees as well. As Nemeth gets a chance to put another delivery into Vishen, that's been picked clear. Long ball over the top. Simmert will have a chance to bring it out now. Fabian down the left hand side into Satmari. Nemeth into Fabian. Nemeth, Horvath, and he gets on the score sheet as well. So on not long as a sub, and he's managed to stick one on the back of the net for what could be one of our biggest victories. We will make the change of Simmert for Nagy. Satmari into Horvath as he just sends it into that far right post. Keeper not really got any chance. He's not had a chance with a lot of them, to be honest. Satmari with a 10 out of 10. I feel a bit bad if I bring him off, but part of me thinks maybe I should. This Horvath delivers a corner into Vision out to the edge of the box. Nemath, and he smashes one into the bottom left-hand corner to get his name on the sheet as well. I think that's joint with our biggest victory now. I think we had a 5-0, 6-1, so it's more goals, but same score line. But with 10 minutes to go, it's Nemath first time pass into the bottom left-hand corner, and 6-1 we lead. Just as I was saying, we don't score many goals on screen. We come up with a 6-1. Corner delivered. Chance for them to get another one back as a consolation. Nothing more than that. Playing it on the edge of the box. Petkowski. Again, he gets his second. But it looks like it's been disallowed for offside. So unfortunate for him. But there we go. 16 shots, 10 on target. Just into the final minute now. And they'll be praying for the whistle to go. As Kebets breaks through, oh, and that's unfortunate. He hits the crossbar. He did good work to get past the last man. 2 minutes of injury time, and there goes the full-time whistle. So we couldn't have asked for much more than that in terms of a performance. 3 goals from our new inside forward. Nice to see him expose himself as a new player to all those who are watching. Very nice work, well done. And we can get back and hopefully see what the extent of this injury is. So let's have a look. Sabo injured, pulled calf muscle 3 to 5 weeks, so it's not the end of the world. He'll get to play some more game time, but we'll probably switch the formation back. I'll click through to the next game, which is home game in the league, and I'll see you shortly. Welcome back for the second match of the episode, which is a home league game against Budafok, who are currently second in the league. So this one is kind of important towards any kind of aspirations we have at the top end of the table. Unfortunately, Martin Kearns picked up a twisted knee. He still makes the starting lineup because he's so pivotal to us in that role. We have brought back the attacking midfielder back into central midfield as Balint Zabo picked up the injury in the previous match. All that being said, similar starting lineup. So we've got Gundel Takacs in goals, Fabian, Vishen, Loritz and Simmet at the back. Midfield 3 of Ola, Kasonka and Kern. And then a front 3 of Horvath, Pinter and Kovacs, which is looking pretty familiar now. Svatmari's dropped out for this one, Horvath's in. Just to kind of freshen it up and keep the players as fresh as we can. Just got one of the youth players making it onto the squad sheet because we're running out of substitutions due to injuries, but that's always good. It's good when you get some young players on there, especially if you get a chance to blood them for some minutes. Into the game then. We'll see if we can carry on the form from the previous match, see if we can get some more goals, because we've been a bit shot shy in previous episodes, like I've said before, but I think we've had our fill for the episode. Hopefully we've not scored them all, and we can maybe squeeze 1 or 2 more out. Hopefully secure ourselves 3 points. As Budafok at the minute coming forward, shot to the right hand side of the near post. Again, they're second, we're 6th. It's 4 points ahead of us, so even if we do beat them somehow, it's not going to put us above them or anything. As Horvath breaks into the box, Lorentz, Kern at the edge. Did have a chance from that corner, but it's kind of fizzled out a little bit as Kasonka gets a chance. Fabian, can he deliver something? In it goes. Ola, Kern, Kasonka into Horvath, and he slots in the bottom corner. So fantastic little move. Horvath, who's on as a substitute for Satmari, he's cemented his kind of starting lineup for this game. Kasonka feeds it through. Horvath takes no touches, just one straight in the bottom left hand corner. 20 minutes gone, 1-0 up, and hopefully we can hold on to that. It was a tight offside, but I don't think we need to see the lines on the pitch. Get enough of that in the Premier League, don't we? 25 minutes gone then. A fairly tight game. We're just on top at the minute in terms of the stats, but all that matters is goals. As they get a chance down the right hand side, Karas delivers it in. Has a shot, but we managed to get it clear initially. Pinter, Kovacs. Pinter looks like he might have picked up a knock. But he's going to be alright to continue. 35 minutes, approaching half time. And again, normally I want to see lots of goals. Calf strain will get him off fairly sharpish and get Satmari on. As Gundel Takacs gets a chance to make out from the back. Ola to Fabian. Into Horvath over the top to Kovacs. And you would normally put your house on him finishing that, but he's let it slip. Into half time then, 1-0 up. Fairly even game. I can't really say we've dominated it too much. XG's fairly similar, shots are fairly similar. We just need to try and keep this keep this going into the full-time whistle. This would be a massive 3 points if we can get away with it. It's not the end of the world if we get a draw, but ideally we don't want to drop any more points this early in the league. As Simak gets a chance down the right-hand side. Into Ola. Satmari finds Fabian on the left. Clever play. Kern, our playmaker, coming deep. Throwing to Fabian. He cuts it across. Oh, and it's just flicked away at the near post before anyone can get on it. Sedler from a corner then for them. Initially clear to the edge of the box. Toth in. And again, you can't argue against it. The ball was cut inside and Kittel just puts it into a fairly unguarded left-hand post. So when it comes, Kasonka initially heads it clear. They recycle out to this left-hand side and Toth finds a spare man. Kundal Takacs doesn't really have a chance. So 1-1, 40 minutes to go. I'm not really sure. I don't really want to change anything too much now. We'll just throw out a bit more encouragement as we approach the hour mark. Martin Kern's looking a little bit worse for wear out there. So we're going to have to drop Ola in deep. Kern for Nemeth. Oh, we can't because of the under-20s. Oh, we'll cancel it for now. We'll let it run on until Kern's really tired, and then we'll have to bring in one of the under-20 players to enable us to bring Kern off. And that just shows you how pivotal Kern is to us in terms of meeting that kind of squad registration rule, but also being our best player. As Kovacs gets a chance, and that just grazes the roof of the net. Chance for them now. Long ball slung over the top. Toth finds that spare man again. It's a great shot, which just comes off the underside of the bar and bounces free. We're going to look to hit some early crosses as we approach the end of the game. I think he might have enough about him just to get through the final 15 minutes. But that being said, it's always quite tense when you get to the end of these games because there's often late goals. Kern into Kovacs, comes deep, round to Fabian on the left-hand side, and back to Vishen. Fabian gets another chance, feeds it through to Kovacs, and it's just tipped round the post for a corner. Simak gets a chance to deliver. We've got some big centre-halves up there. Can we find some magic into the final 5-10 minutes of the game? In it goes. Headed clear Lorentz, and then it's cleared properly. Final 5 minutes and a little bit of injury time. Corner comes in again from Pinter. Oh, it looked like a push to me. Lorentz has been pushed by Varga. We've got a penalty in the final 5 minutes. Kovacs is probably wanting to step up, and he buries it. Was there ever any doubt? I don't think we need to see a replay of that, so we'll skip it. But fantastic. Pinter for Soretto. They get a chance with the corner at the other end. Karawi to the edge of the box. And just when you think you might have nicked the game, Karaz with a shot from the edge of the box. Another corner cleared out, but they're quite good at recycling it and finding that spare man. Toth slips it wide again. We're going to have to look at our defender from corners because that seems to be a gaping area at the back post. And they've found it again. So we'll get through to the end of the game. I think that should be it. Full time, 2-2. Not a bad game, competing with second in the league. I think XG flattered us a bit because of the penalty. But I think all in all, a fairly good performance, and it just shows the progress we've made from last season. We're competing at the top end of the table now. We're only 4 points behind, and things are looking up. That being said, I'll play a few more games off camera, and we'll make a big dent in the season. We'll probably play through... I'm not sure. Should we come back for the cup game or should we leave it a bit longer? We'll either come back for the cup game or we'll come back towards the end of November, and that way the episode after can bring us into the kind of January transfer window. Once again, thanks for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. We've made some progress. The squad's looking really, really good now. We're playing good football. We're getting some goals, and long may it continue. So take care, and I'll see you soon.